Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, not much of a day up here, but I've got a little bit done. This is just going to be sort of an update video. I'm not really... Well, most of the stuff I've got done is not really worth videoing. Nothing new. Made the other two hoses I need. Yeah, had the seat off last time, I think. Yeah, no I did. So, trimmed a bit more out of... Oh, I should get up in here. Out of that wind a little bit. Yeah, trimmed a bit out of here, as you can see there. And made a bit of a discovery. So I got that all set up and said, oh yeah, that's good. And I thought, oh, which port is going to be up and which is going to be down? So I thought, oh, well, I should be able to sort that out. If I blow into one port and operate the valve, yeah, we should be able to see which is up and which is down. Turns out the back port is up, so that's good. But turns out the in and out lines were around the wrong way. So, yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. So I've switched them over, and I've had to order another fitting now because the inlet needs to go straight down. Yeah, a little bit annoying, but yeah, anyway, that's done. The holes are drilled for that, so that can get bolted down, but I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to bolt the inlet, the high pressure inlet pipe onto it before I bolt it down. It'll just make life a lot easier, I think. So yeah, that's the next thing. I've got to wait for that fitting to arrive. I can bolt that down then. I've got to get the return, the low pressure return for the tank. I'll get a new one of them because it's a little on the short side and it's very, very rotten. So yeah, so made the other two lines. So they will go something like that, from there to there. So we've got two of them. Now these are a bit of a chore because being so short you can't twist it. So you have to get these in the right spot. So I've worked out before you did anything, if you tighten these two fittings, like the shell and the actual fitting itself up, and then you put a nice paint pen mark on there, when you screw the outer shell onto your hose, then you can see where it's going to sit. So it allows you to sort of, adjust it a little bit, and I think I got them pretty good. So you can see them there, see the marks and stuff. I was fiddling around with it, but time will tell when we go to bolt it all together. But yeah, so I was a bit worried about that. I thought, oh well, maybe I need to put a 90-degree elbow on and then have just a straight fitting. So yeah, that would have been better, but then it's just more fittings and more cost, and this I think will work out okay. I reckon I can get them together. I haven't really done anything with those, they're just as they are. I might just end up putting the hoses on there, cable tying them together, and calling it a good day. We'll just see. What else have I done? I ordered a stock cable for this because that is probably something we should have in case it decides to run away. They're $40 or something, they're not much. So yeah, that's ordered. Yeah, that's about it. I really haven't been doing much. I just waiting on bits and having hold-ups and the usual. So yeah, that's coming along all right. Just trying to think of anything else I need to fill you guys in on. No, that's about it. I've got to get stuck into that hydraulic tank. That's probably the next thing, and buy probably 50 litres of hydraulic oil. Which hydraulic oil is not that dear, so it's not not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to doing that tank, I can tell you that much. What else is there? That's about it, really, I think. So yeah, so hopefully next week might be bolting that valve down. I'll see if I can get some return hose during the week. yeah, most of that can all get bolted down. The other thing I've got to really pay attention with, the tractor where that spool valve is mounted is stationary, where all the frame rocks and moves. So where I plumb that high pressure feed up to the front, I've got to make sure I allow for movements if I need to. And that wind just dropped a little bit, so I'll sneak around here. So yeah, this is all, you know, rocks with the tractor, but all this goes up and down. So yeah, so that's all, well, let's say stationary, and this is live. So you got, you know, got to worry about that. So I think if I come down through here, tie off on this, I was going to come up to here, but maybe not. I might be able to just scooch it across, maybe put P clamps through here or something, and probably nearly go underneath. Yeah, maybe. I need to get some of that spiral wrap sort of stuff and go down and up there. Maybe put a clamp off one of these frame bolts or something. Don't know. Got to work all that out. I kicked out a whole heap of rubbish that was all in there, and there's still a bit of rag hiding in there, and got a few things to sort of tidy up. But yeah, that'll all come good, I suppose. I've got to get that fitting off. I've got one big shifter here, I'll have to get another one. Pinch the old man's, he's got one, so yeah. I'm just trying to make up a bit of a video of what's going on, just to fill in, because there's just nothing today worth filming. You've already seen me make hoses, so you don't really need to see any more hoses being made. What other updates have we got? This is the next, I really want to get stuck into this, but yeah, I need the crane because I can't lift half the pieces of it. I thought I might have had a, because we need the mag for it. I thought I had one. Found a really good one. You know, it's in the States, of course, where everything else is. Yeah, and I thought, oh yeah, that's cool. Don't mind paying. It was like $100 and something to get it here. That's fine. I'll deal with that. But yes, it's not the right one. Apparently there's a few mags that will fit on these. There's a Wicco. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Magneto had been recode. He didn't want a great deal of money for it. But yeah, looking at the flange, there was a 2-bolt flange, but it was around the wrong way. This is up and down, and it was side to side. So it's Caterpillar, but I think just a different model. But yeah, I don't think there's enough room. You can't roll the mag over on the side. So just trying to shelter you a little bit out of that wind, because it's pretty nasty. It's very cold too. So yeah, that's, if I can get a Magneto, it might be worth trying to get that pilot motor going. As you can see, I filled it up with rust penetrant, like literally took this off and just filled the thing, filled all the cylinders. But well, it can't hurt it. So if anyone has a lead on a Magneto for one of these, and I also need the carb air cleaner and exhaust manifold. If you guys out there know where any parts are, I don't care where in the world it is. Actually, the exhaust manifold, that might be a bit expensive, but yeah, if you guys have any idea where some bits are for this thing, let me know. There is a guy down here. I've got to actually I should stir him up when I get home. He said he should have most of the bits I need, but yeah, I don't know. You haven't heard back from him, so yeah, we'll see. What else is going on? Keeping out that wind, that's what's probably best going on. So what else is happening on the channel? Not a lot. There's not really much happening because the weather's not real good. I told you I got the paint for that thing. That's all there. Still waiting for the engine block to come back. I've got about 3 or 4 people I've got to ring this week to, you know, kick them up the butt a bit and get them moving on items, but because yeah, once this crane's going, the next thing we'll continue on with that. Once summer rolls around, we can start looking at assembling the motor and painting and whatnot. So yeah, that's still moving along. I'm just waiting for the convenient time. Yeah, so once the crane's going, probably pull that apart and have a look, see what's like inside, because then I can lift the heads off and stuff like that, and then I'll sort of know if is it worth actually doing anything with. If it's heavily rusted on like one cylinder or something, I might be able to find some second-hand parts and maybe just patch it up and get it going again. There's no point buying a full set of liners and pistons. So yeah, once the big crane's going, the next thing you look at that engine, then probably start probably won't do the new performance yet. I won't really. I've got a lead on a motor that's more appropriate vintage for it. I also might have a lead on a loader as well, like one of the old pipe type loaders. So we'll see if that eventuates, but probably this one, because this one's going to take the least amount of work, I think, to get it going. So yeah, once that crane's up and running, I'm probably going to jack this up. I don't know. Might be able to just take the wishbone out and yeah, just drop the sump that way and leave the front axle in it. I do realise there's a huge dent in the bottom of that toolbox. Okay, the things you notice. Yeah, I've got a better exhaust manifold on that. The Super Major, there's a good exhaust manifold on that. Yeah, most of the stuff I've got. So if the crank is toast, I've got the crank out of the motor in the Super Major, because that's only 1 year different to this. So even if it's not the same, because they change the drive on the snout drive, apparently on the front changes. Apparently there's a step. The later one has a step in it, early one doesn't, or something. So, but this is an early motor. That other one is an early motor, or early-ish motor. So yeah, might be able to Frankenstein something together there. Hopefully I don't have to pull the crank out of it, and I can just drop the sump and repair it and put it back together, and you know, she's apples. But yeah, I wouldn't mind to have this one running. Should be nice. So if you're wondering, that's the new front axle for it, with the correct wheels. That's what that's about. Yeah, I'm thinking that if that loader eventuates, it might go on this one. Should be just a nice old tractor, little loader tractor. But we'll see about that. That's, yeah, here nor there. Probably really shouldn't actually mention that, because it might not eventuate, but anyway, we'll see. Yeah, so that's what's happening around here at the moment. I literally have not done anything to this thing. It's just sitting here at the moment. Actually, I do tell a lie. I had a look, so I know it's got plenty of gearbox oil in it, but I checked, not gearbox, I checked the back end oil, and I knew that was good, but I had a look in the gearbox, well, I can't see any oil in there, but it looks nice and clean, so that's always a bonus. This thing hasn't changed, it's still sitting here, still good as it always was, I suppose. Yeah, that's about all that's going on around here. So maybe, hopefully next weekend we might have a bit more progress on this crane, but at the moment that's as far as I've gotten. But yeah, that's still good progress. We're getting there. I just really want to see that boom lift up. Yeah, so there's a lot of little things like that. I've got to find some screws for the dash panel and screw that up, and yeah, fit the stop cable. Really I should just buy a wiring harness for it instead of faffing around. At least then it'll just all work. But yeah, that's about all that's going on. So hang tight, and I'll have something a bit more interesting hopefully next week. So anywho, all you guys, you like, share, subscribe, you know, all the usual stuff. And yeah, have fun. I'll see you in the next one.